It's high school hockey, and today from the Graf Rink in Newburyport, the Newburyport Clippers will be playing Winchester in the first round of the Newburyport Bank Hockey Classic. And this is the 24th annual Classic sponsored by the bank. And with me tonight is Lloyd Ham, the president of the Newburyport Five and Newburyport Bank as well. Like we're talking about the different names we use and everything else in the jacket here, Newburyport Bank. But anyway, welcome to the game tonight, and thanks for all the sponsorships that we're doing for the bank.
Richie, we couldn't be more proud to continue this tradition. I was excited last year to join you for this tournament. We're excited to be the sponsor again this year. We're going to be the sponsor next year, and for as long as I'm part of this.
That's great. We appreciate it. Next year's a big one, the 25th also.
Yeah, that'll be very exciting.
But we've had some good games so far. This is the last game of the first round for everybody. Everybody else, we've had 7 games so far.
Really?
4 yesterday, it's the 4th today. Then we get the consolations and finals coming up the next 3 nights. So it's going to be a fun time.
It's great. Look at these young people. They're having so much fun. I know it's very important to them to win this tournament.
Yeah, Newburyport needs 2 points to qualify for the state tournament.
Wow.
So they need a win, either 2 ties, which they will get, or 1 win out of the 2 games.
That's great.
So it's a big game for Newburyport tonight. But it's always been great. I know I've enjoyed coming to these games every year since it's been going on, and I'm just glad that you're continuing the sponsorship with the bank. We really appreciate it.
These things happened under your leadership, and continued under Jan, certainly. And I couldn't be more proud to be part of this organization. As I told you from the start, you and I known each other for 10 years plus, and now leading the company. These are the types of things, and part of what attracted me to come to this company.
Good.
The way that our bank impacts this community and really cares about it, and to be able to do something like this for these young people that teach them sportsmanship, honor, hard work, all of those things. This is what it's all about.
Well, that's for sure, and I know the parents appreciate it as well, and it's a great thing because without that sponsorship, it'd be almost impossible to run this tournament now. Absolutely. The expenses and everything else. And I know you like sports like I do, so that always helps.
When we're not on the Patriots.
Yeah, I know that's right. Well, I just come back from Florida, as you know. I've been out of Florida. I came back for this week's tournament, and then I'll be going right back Tuesday morning after the meeting Monday night.
Any quick assessment on the Sox? I know they haven't played any games.
Well, they haven't started. Well, Wednesday was their first official day, so we couldn't get into them. But I'm looking forward to a good year with the Sox. I think they're going to do well. Be interested to see what they do as far as. It doesn't look like they're going to sign Kimball, so I don't know. This relief pitching by committee again.
Yeah.
That's kind of tough.
Yeah.
But I know they're trying to work on a long-term contract now for Sale and also Bogarts.
Right.
But Betts is the guy, the big one. Yeah. That's the one they're going to work on.
And they worked. I think they made a point this year of getting a deal done with him without going to arbitration. Yeah. In order to get them in the right tone, but they get to lock him up long term. Yeah. And I think they're waiting to see what happens to Bryce Harper.
And I think Cora, I'm very impressed with what he's done as a manager.
He is a real pro, isn't he?
I just checked out. We still got 3 minutes to go before the game time. That's
terrific.
good.
Yeah, I don't want to interrupt the game.
Yeah. What they had was we didn't get a chance to do it earlier, but they were making a presentation to all the seniors. This is the last home game officially.
Right.
So they always do it tonight for the high school for the seniors, so they honor the seniors. But like I said, it's a big game for Newburyport tonight. They need this win. And they come back Friday night. If they win today, they play the 7 o'clock game Friday night. If they lose, it's the 1 o'clock Friday afternoon.
So and they'd have to get a win in that game.
Right, exactly.
They got to get 2 points.
Right, and the team that play St. John's of Shrewsbury, who lost the first game to Andover, they have to win the consolation game to qualify for the state. So if Newburyport loses today, both teams are going in with it. They need a win.
They need a win.
Whoever wins gets it.
Oh, wow.
Without luck, it's probably a tie.
Right.
It's because the state doesn't recognize a tie in a consolation game, then neither one would get in. But hopefully Newburyport will win the first game.
Yeah, because their season ends. Yeah. One of these teams' season ends on Saturday.
Unless Newburyport wins today.
All right, because then
they both could still get in. Yeah, but we'll have to see what happens. This should be a good one today. And interesting you to know that Winchester is coached by Bill Burns, who used to coach at Pentucket. Oh. A few years ago he was over at Pentucket, so he's kind of come back home to the tournament here, and it's good to have him back. And they've done well this year. The record's 10 and let me see, what is it? Winchester's 13-6.
Interesting.
And the Clippers right now are 9-1, so they need this one. So anyway, it's been a great tournament. The crowds have been good so far, and
are the parents showing up from all the other communities that are even farther away?
Even some of the ones have brought some good. Yeah, Shrewsbury was a little bit light, but overall, the attendance has been good. Yesterday we had some good crowds. Better than if you compare the years from last year to this year. the attendance on Thursday was better.
Right.
Big concern comes in. We're talking about some storm tomorrow night into Thursday, but the good thing on Thursday is the games are only 5 and 7.
Okay.
So by the time it gives you a chance to clear up. Yeah.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Excellent.
So anyway, we just want to have you on. Thank you for all the sponsorship, right? And it's good to see you again.
Thanks for helping create something this special in this community, and thanks for giving me the opportunity.
Okay,
to
good.
Thanks,
Lepel. Good to
Great
see you.
talking to you.
Yeah, thank you. And we'll be back for the. We got about a minute to go. We'll have the starting lineups, then we'll go from there.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Newburyport Graph Rink, where tonight the Newburyport Clippers will be taking on the Winchester team. My name is Jeff Foley, and I'll be carrying the load here until my partner Rick G. Eaton gets here. This is the 23rd edition of this hockey tournament, a tournament that Newburyport should be very proud of. Especially Richie Eaton. I can say this because he's not here. He does not like the accolades that come along with this, but he is the person that originated this tournament 23 years ago. He is now out in the lobby. He's talking with the current president of the Newburyport Bank. And we're going to get ready to go here. The puck face-off, won by Newburyport. Grassy Hog with it along the right-hand side. Drops it into the Winchester corner. And Winchester knocks it out to the middle area. Newburyport comes back. Grassy Hog with a nice, Ben Reynolds, I'm sorry, with a nice shot on net right there. Winchester, the fast break out. And gets it into the Newburyport territory, where Marshall makes a nice early save for Newburyport. And lo and behold, Mr. Eaton has just joined me here.
Hey, Jeff, thanks for taking over again. This is getting to be a habit, 2 games in a row.
Yeah.
But I just wanted to bring down Lloyd Ham to talk with Kyle Hodgson and everything else. And he's going to stay and watch the game down the other end.
Yep.
So as we mentioned, and when I was talking with Lloyd, this is a big game for the Clippers. They need 2 points, and it'd be nice to get it today instead of waiting until the last game to do it.
Well, they're going to be hosting this tournament, but I don't think their guests are going to be too accommodating. The Winchester's got a very good team. Before this game, Andover beat St. John's
4-2.
Tewksbury.
No, Shrewsbury.
Shrewsbury, I'm sorry.
Yeah, 4-2.
So Newburyport's going to have their work cut out tonight and I think Friday night, the consolation game or the championship game to try to get the 2 points needed to advance into the state tournament.
Well, the good thing is if they get into the championship game, then we're already well set. We'll have got the 2 points. But if not, it's going to be interesting because Shrewsbury also needs 2 points.
Okay.
So if Newburyport loses this one, it's going to be the winner take all in that game. But let's hopefully we can get it today and go on from there. But right now it's 13-22 to go in the first period, no score. Johnson going after for the Clippers. Clippers in white, and Winchester is in the blue. I mean, the blue, yeah, red with white.
The numbers do stand out, so that's good for us. With our eyes failing us a little bit to be able to see the numbers.
It's the Winchester Sachems, another Sachems. We played a lot of Sachems.
Yeah, I think Saugus and Pentucket are both
Pentucket, yep.
Sachems.
So nice save there by Marshall.
Newburyport's going to have to play some real tight defense tonight. They're going to have to control the puck and not turn the puck over in their own end. This Winchester team, like the other two teams that played earlier, can really come at you quick.
Right, and also stay out of the penalty box.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you want to play aggressive, but you don't want to pick up the penalties either, foolish penalties.
And shots on net, too, I think is going to be important. I think Newburyport's going to have to get a lot of shots on net and hopefully have some people in front to, in case there is a rebound. They want to be there to put it back.
It's a good-sized goalie in there, too. Rob DiFacenzo for Winchester. He's a good size. He's only a sophomore. He's a big kid. And as Marshall is a Newburyport, a sophomore. So two sophomore goalies. So Clippers try to come back right now on the left-hand side with the puck is Rossi Hogg. Toomey's 19 on the left side. Reynolds going after him down there. He comes back over the corner. Toomey's going after it. Kept in by Newburyport. Now Winchester comes back with it. Knocked away by the Clippers.
Yeah, and that's a good example of Newburyport being able to clear the puck and not turn it over on their own blue line.
And Clippers have Richmond out there now, along with Coughlin and Johnston, Rob Johnston. Clippers with it. Johnston has a shot. A save is made by DiFacenzo. Good shot right on point by Johnston, and DiFacenzo made the save.
Yeah, good pressure.
11:15 to go in the first, no score. And Winchester's going to clear it out. Clippers get the puck back. And it's hanging there, take it away. Winchester comes back with it. That was Drew, Mike Drew, number 19. Shot save made by Jackson off of Drew. Yeah, going back is Martignetti, Mike Martignetti. And Marshall puts it right behind the net.
Owen Spence has seen a lot of ice time lately. He's number 22. Plays a lot of, gets a lot of time on the ice because I think he does handle the puck well.
Sent back by the Sachems. Martignetti again with it. Shot is wide.
I don't think Newburyport would see many skating teams that skate as well as Winchester in the Cape Ann League. Nice hit right there, number 20.
Well, that's the one good
Rossi
thing about
Hogg.
Newburyport. They played a lot of Division I schools, so they played some tough competition.
Yes.
They played one of the toughest schedules in the area. Backhanded shot is wide by Leary. I mean, that's the thing, is Newburyport's used to playing these strong teams. Playing them is one thing. Now they got to get up to get compete, and they've been in the games.
Yes.
They've only been out of a couple of games.
No, they got down early against St. Mary's, but then I think second, third period they played them pretty evenly. So they made some corrections in the locker room, and they came out and they played much better. I don't think Coach is going to want to have to make a lot of adjustments coming out of the locker room here. I think he'd like to see his team get up on this good Winchester team.
Richmond taking the face-off against Butler.
Try to make Winchester make the
with
changes.
As I mentioned, Winchester is coached by
Bill Burns.
Bill Burns, yeah, assisted by Bill Brown and Derek DiFacenzo. I imagine DiFacenzo must be probably the dad of the goalie.
Yes, that happens
assuming.
often. Yeah. So,
Lost there, and a good alert by DiFacenzo to cover up the puck as number 11, Jack Hoole, lost the puck. So both teams change up.
little plays like that sometimes make the difference in a tight game.
That's why you got to stay alert at all times. You can't fall asleep. Taking the face off now, the Clippers. Luke Rossi Hogg out there. Sachem's trying to clear it out, and they do. They get out to center ice. Set it now behind Marshall. Marshall pushes it over to the other corner into our blind side. I was talking to Coach Burns earlier. I says, try to keep everything on the left-hand side so we can see it.
So we can see it, yes. Yeah, we're literally right under the camera that you're watching the game by, and
possible break here for the Clippers. No, nice job of poking that away by Luke Mix.
Jack Lever is number 26 for Newburyport. He's leaving now. Newburyport switching up. Ben Reynolds now out with his line.
Yeah, you got delayed offside penalty coming up. It's going to be a high stick penalty coming up.
I didn't see any goalies head to the bench. So
he just caught it real quick. The whistle was really quick.
Yeah, so it's going to be on Winchester. The face-off comes down into the near corner.
And we'll see who's going to be gone.
Jacob Grossi-Hogg on the
penalty is on number 10, Angelo Mario. So the Clippers on the power play.
Nice pressure after losing the face-off. Newburyport got right in there.
Spence over to Grossi-Hogg to Reynolds. Reynolds has it. Down to Grossi-Hogg. Grossi-Hogg is checked on the play. And Winchester clears it out. Spence has it for Newburyport.
Patrick Leary, the other power play wing.
All right, down the middle is Grossi-Hogg. Shot save made by DiFicenzo. The rebound shot by Leary is blocked. Clippers get it back. Reynolds with it. Drops it back to the point. Over to Leary. Leary, and the net comes off the post, and we're going to have a face-off.
Yeah, good idea. The Winchester defenseman was coming across in front of his own net, so Leary couldn't get the puck on the ice to his teammate on the other side of the goal, so he had to flip it over the stick, and it went into the corner.
1:11 to go on the power play, 7:32 to go in the period. Grossi-Hogg on the face-off for the Clippers.
Mike Toomey and Ben Reynolds.
And it's cleared all the way down the end of the ice, so Spence goes after it for the Clippers. Owen Spence.
Minute left in the power play. Ryan Archer.
Archer score! Grossi-Hogg. Is that Grossi-Hogg from Archer?
Grossi-Hogg from Archer. Archer made a nice rush down the left-hand wing, centered it, and Grossi-Hogg was right where he was supposed to be, right in front of the net. It's a good start for the Clippers.
It should be Grossi-Hogg from Archer at 7:13 in the period, a power play goal. That's what you need. You like to get that first score, get out in front. We'll try to get the official scoring. Clippers with
Colin Richmond, 37, working hard in the corner.
I think Toomey got the other assist. It's definitely Grossi-Hogg from Ryan Archer, and I think Toomey got the second assist. Clippers with the puck. Try to keep it in. Now Winchester comes out of it.
There's a break.
Up the left side there.
Ryan Archer playing a little defense right there.
Knocked away by Marshall. He blocked it and cleared out the center ice. Sent back in there by Magnetti.
So Newburyport's looking sharp right now.
All right, down the left side now. It's Magnetti passes up on the left side. It's McCarthy. Clippers might have a break now, coming down the right side. Shot, a save made as another one. There was a chance there by the Clippers.
Yeah, that was Luke Grossi-Hogg.
Yep.
He really had to take the shot because he didn't have anyone to his left to pass to. He was all by himself, but he got a good shot off. He kept it nice and low so that the goalie wasn't able to handle it, and the puck got into the corner where the Clippers were able to get the rebound.
Yeah, it was a good job by DiFicenzo. So now Jacob Grossi-Hogg taking the face-off. And it's intercepted by the Sachems, and that's Butler that intercepted, sent it down. And a save made, and a nice job there by the Clippers to knock it away. Marshall made the initial save, and then it was Spence that knocked it away, the rebound. Intercepted by Winchester, sent back down. Clippers with it. Clippers, that's Archer. Archer comes behind the net, down behind the line. And knocked it back out the center ice and down the other end by the Sachems. No icing, it's Grossi-Hogg with it.
Nice breakout here
Clippers
by
got a
Newburyport. Number 7,
defenseman
Patrick
back.
Leary.
Leary looking for somebody to Spence. It's over his head. And cleared out by the Sachems. That could be icing.
Yes, it is.
Yep, icing against them. Declan Sullivan gets on to get the puck for the Clippers, but it's icing. What we'll do after this period, we'll kind of recap what's been going on so far in the tournament. It's been a good tournament. This is the 8th game, and I'll recap the scores of the first 7 games and what the pairings are for the consolations and finals coming up.
The Masco girls had a big win today. Saw there, Richie.
Yes, it was a good one for them. They'll be in the finals on Thursday night at 7. Of course, there were 11 girls from Newburyport playing on that Masco team.
Yeah, they had a big part in the win.
So it's on the blind side for us. Go behind the net, and now we have a whistle for face-off. 4:23 to go in the first period. Newburyport 1, Winchester nothing. Go by Jacob Grossi-Hogg, assisted by Ryan Archer and Mike Toomey. I think it was Toomey, they said. It's hard to hear sometimes with the PA.
Yeah, and Tooney was out at center ice and made the pass to Ryan Archer. Ryan Archer made the main
Yeah, that was a nice
rush.
pass he made.
Yeah.
So Winchester has the puck on the right side. And it's blocked by Marshall. It might not have been a shot. I had it was down in the corner there.
Big number 5, Luke Mix, has seen a lot of ice time for Winchester.
Clippers come back.
Mix makes the defensive play right there.
And sent away by Winchester down the left side. And a save is made by Marshall. So 3:49 to go here in the first. Clippers 1, Winchester nothing. Richmond taking the face-off now for Newburyport. Ooh, nice save there.
Yeah, that was point blank.
Going back together is Jack Hu. Over to Luke Mix. Mix comes over the line with it. Sends it down the corner. Going after it is Drew. Clippers with it though. Try to get over, pass over to Drew. He couldn't quite make it.
I was just going to comment on the clean breakout. Puck was intercepted by Winchester and then dumped into the stands. So face-off will be coming at mid-ice.
3:18 to go in the first. Luke Grossi-Hogg on the face-off. Sent down by the Clippers. Now the Sachems have it. Newburyport takes it back. Declan Sullivan. And it's coming down the corner going after his Johnson. He's checked in the play.
Jack Lever in the back now, number 26 for Newburyport.
And kept in by Newbury, now cleared away. Oh, there's a breakaway coming down. Oh, good thing he didn't make connections. He would have been clear on himself. That's good. It's going to be icing now, too. He couldn't make the pass and ended up being icing. Well, it could have been a clean breakaway for number 12, Colin Van Stry.
Yeah.
But he couldn't get the pass, and as a result, it was offside. A good break for the Clippers.
That was, yes.
Jacob Grossi-Hogg taking the face-off now against Frank Napolitano. Matt Nieti with it. Up ahead. It's right up at center ice, right in front of the team benches.
Just a little observation here. We've not seen much physical play yet. I'm wondering, to me, it looks like Newburyport might have the size advantage overall. Winchester does have some big boys.
Yeah, 5 and 6 are pretty good size guys for Winchester. The goalie's a good size, but he won't be mixing it up. Oh, good possible breakdown here. And Reynolds is taken down, and there's no penalty.
No.
Yeah. Reynolds going after it. Spence checked on the play. Rossi Hogg tries to send it back down the ice, which he does. But Martin Yeti has it. Sent back down the zone. Martin Yeti gets it back again for the Sachems. Comes up the right side. Over the red line. Shot goes behind the net. Sachem still with it. Save made by Marshall.
Nice breakout right here.
Richmond tried to center it, knocked away by Martin Yeti. And Sullivan going after it for the Clippers, and it's going to be icing.
Seems to me that the second and third line for Newburyport has had more pressure on the Winchester goalie than vice versa. So the first line, I think, is pretty even. This line right here, centered by Jacob Grossi Hogg, been putting some good pressure on.
And Winchester with it now, possibly a break here, and up the left side.
Joe Lapori,
but
13.
Nice save by Marshall that time. The Clippers play tonight without Cade Beauplan too. He's on the injured, so he's not playing tonight. I think that's where we're seeing a lot more Luke Grossi Hogg out there.
Okay. Minute and 5 left in the period.
Yeah, here's where you want to hold on here. You don't want to give up a goal at the end of a period. Sachem's trying to come back with it.
Patrick Leary.
By Newburyport. Grossi Hogg digging it out and knocked away by Winchester. Kept back by Newburyport. St. Lawrence sent it back down behind the net. Who has it? Now it's a mix.
Ben Reynolds.
Well, front. Okay, couldn't make the connection there. Nice attempt there. Grossi Hogg went after it. And set of passes intercepted by who? And they sent it down. It's Marshall has to make the save, so it's no icing because he had to make the save, and he holds on to it.
All right, so Ben Reynolds is a big guy, and he's behind the net, and there's not a lot of room behind the net. If you were to watch the professional or college game, I think there's another 2 feet behind the net. This being kind of an older rink, there's only probably 4.5, maybe 5 feet behind the net. Ben Reynolds is a big guy, so he had to work kind of nifty passing to get it out from back of the net right there.
We got a penalty coming up here, an interference penalty. And it might be against the Clippers. I'm not. Looks like maybe it's Reynolds. I can't tell if he's going to the bench or the penalty box.
Well, Winchester has 5 skaters out there right now. Newburyport 4.
It might be Reynolds. It was Reynolds and Grossi are both going over towards the bench, but it's hard to have to go in the penalty box or the bench, but we'll see shortly with 16 points. Oh, it's actually 19 is Toomey.
Toomey, yeah.
19, so the penalties are Mike Toomey.
So Newburyport just got to ice it right here. Uh-oh. They weren't able to clear the puck. Now Winchester's going to have an opportunity.
And Marshall makes the save and holds on with 7.3 seconds. So unless something drastic happens in the last 7 seconds, Winchester's going to start the next period with a power play for about 1 minute and 40 seconds.
It's important for Newburyport to try to get the draw here.
McCarthy taking the face-off. Ryan McCarthy might even see if I take a slap shot right off the face-off. It's in the corner.
Okay. Keep the puck in the corner, guys.
Clippers with it, and that's going to do it. Okay, so a good first period for the Clippers as they lead 1-0. And that goal coming by Jacob Grossi Hogg, assisted by Ryan Archer and Mike Toomey. That came at 7:13 to go in the period. So Clippers with a 1-0 lead. So a good period for the Clippers.
Yeah, I thought they played a pretty clean period. Controlled the puck nicely, did not give the puck away and give Winchester any chances 2-on-1s or 3-on-2s, odd man breaks. So hopefully Coach will, Jameen will tell them to continue doing what they're doing. And I think they can compete with this team.
They've held their own this period so far.
Yeah.
And again, the goaltending is a big thing, and Marshall's look good so far. So at the end of the first period, scored Newburyport 1, Winchester nothing. And at this time, I'd like to recap what's happened so far in the tournament. As we mentioned, this is the 24th annual Newburyport Bank Hockey Classic. And on Monday, there were 4 games. And the first game was, this was in the Galatian division, and it was Hamilton Wenham losing to Pentucket by a score of 3-2. And in the second game, Haverhill defeated Amesbury 4-3. So that sets up the consolation game on Wednesday at 5 o'clock between Hamilton Wenham and Amesbury. And the championship game is going to be at 7 o'clock between Pentucket and Haverhill. That's on Wednesday. Today so far at 1 o'clock, let me see, today's Tuesday, 1 o'clock, this was the girls division. And Methuen Tewksbury come up with a 4-3 win over Shrewsbury. And in the 3 o'clock game, it was Masconomet 5 and Billerica Chelmsford 3. We'll get more details in that game afterwards. So that sets up on Thursday. The consolation game at 5 o'clock is Shrewsbury against Billerica Chelmsford. And the championship game at 7 o'clock will be Methuen Tewksbury against Masconomet. And today we had the 5 o'clock game. It was Andover beating St. John's of Shrewsbury 4-2. So this game here, Newburyport and Winchester, the winner will play against Andover at 7 o'clock Friday night. And the loser of that game will play St. John's of Shrewsbury at 5 o'clock on Friday.
And St. John's, correct me if I'm wrong here, Richie, St. John's will need a win to get into the tournament?
They need the 2-point win.
They'll need to win,
right.
So they'll be coming out like gangbusters.
And also, when you look at it, other teams that have got on the bubble, Hamilton Wenham needs a win against Pentucket to get in. Pentucket needs one more point now. In addition to playing in Hamilton Wenham, they do have a game against O'Brien. And that's, I don't think their record is that strong, so it could possibly that Pentucket may play them. Let me see, they're playing tomorrow, so it wouldn't be tomorrow, so probably Thursday they're playing them.
Okay.
So they still have a chance to, even if they did lose to Hamilton Wenham, but a win outright would give it to Pentucket.
Okay, yeah.
So that's interesting. The other teams, basically, most of the teams have qualified that are in the tournament. Let me just recap all the teams, give what their records are after their first round game. And as I mentioned, anything over 500 gets you into the tournament. So we'll start again, give you what the records are. And I think that's important. Hamilton Wenham at 7 wins, 7 losses, and 5 ties. They need a win or a tie against Pentucket to get in. Pentucket 9-8-1 basically needs 1 point, but if they beat O'Brien, then they'll be in as well. So, they're both evenly matched teams. That could end up in a tie. Now, what happens if it ends up in a tie? That's going to be they're going to be the consolation. Let me see. They're going to be the consolation. No. Let me see. Is it no. Hamilton Wenham lost to Pentucket. Yeah, so they don't play each other. That's right. But Hamilton Wenham needs a point. They're 7-7-5, and Pentucket, like I say, has got a shot already. They may even get it. Amesbury is not going to be in the playoffs. They're 6-13 now, and Haverhill is 3-14, 3-4-2. So neither of those teams are qualified.
Okay. Yeah.
And on the next bracket, and this is the Division 1 bracket, basically, Lowell is 13-4-2. Lynn is 11-4-4 after their games, so they're both already qualified.
2 good teams.
Triton is already in at 12-5-2. The only team in that division that's not qualified is Methuen. They're at 5-14 right now, so they didn't qualify.
And who is Triton going to be playing next for the championship?
Okay, hold on. Let me get back to the sheet. Triton's going to be playing Lowell. Lowell's a good, strong team.
Yes, yeah.
Now, in the next division, in the girls' division, Shrewsbury, 11-5-3, they're already in. And Methuen Tewksbury, they're 17 wins, 1 loss, and 1 tie. They're both in.
Methuen
Tewksbury, they beat Shrewsbury in that game.
And is that the women or the men?
This is the girls' division now.
Okay.
Yeah. And then Masco, 10-6-2, they won, so they're 11-6-2 now, and they're already in. They've qualified. And Billerica Chelmsford, who lost, they're not qualified. They're basically 6-11-2. So again, only one team in that division hasn't qualified. And then you're coming to the last division, the one that Newburyport's in right now. We mentioned Andover is 11-6 right now. They're in. And St. John's of Shrewsbury needs a victory tomorrow night in the consolation game, bringing us to Winchester, who's 13-6. They're already in. And 9-1, and Newburyport needs 2 points in the 2 games.
Okay. Well, thank you very much, Richie.
And let me just go back to that the Masconomet game, see if we can review the goals, since we were hoping we are going to be able to do that game for you, but we were unable to do it. Technical difficulties.
Technical difficulties,
right.
yeah.
So in that one, let me see, I got the scoring here if I can get my proper sheet back here. Too many sheets here to work with.
And I was able to talk to some of the girls from the Newburyport High School, and they were talking to me about the importance of them being able to play competitive hockey like they are now. Some of them have been playing since they were 4 or 5 years old. And on Thursday, I believe, when we have their game live here on Port Media, I think it's going to be live, but maybe not. It won't be live.
I think it's live. No, not in hockey.
So I'll talk more about some of what the girls were telling me, but what kind of sticks out for me is one of the girls said that by playing this game that her mother never played, no one in her family played, it allowed her to kind of realize her potential as to what things she could do, try new things. And the girl's name I can't recall, but her last name was Rogers. And she's
Brooke Rogers.
She's from Newburyport.
Yeah.
And I thought that was fascinating to hear her say that it gives her a new outlook going forward as to what is possible. And actually, she said there's really nothing that's impossible. If she wants to try something new, she's had this experience, and it's been great because they've been very successful. So I thought that was very poignant.
It's an interesting point. Yeah. It is a confidence builder. It really worked out well for her, obviously. You know, making the makeup of that team, the Masconomet, it's the Masconomet team, but basically there are 11 kids from Newburyport on the roster, 1 from Triton, 2 from Amesbury, 1 from Georgetown, and 5 from Masconomet.
Yes.
And in that game, the goals for the Masco team, the first goal was scored by Sierra Harris from Newburyport, assisted by Callie Capodigo from Newburyport. And also, Harris, basically, she sang the national anthem in that game and did a great job. She did an excellent job.
Yeah.
And the second goal was scored by Isabel Hauser from Newburyport, and she was assisted by Capodigo again. And also Molly Elmore, the goalie, got an assist on that. So, again, that all Newburyport. The third goal was an unassisted goal scored by Michaela Vincent of Newburyport. We thought it was unassisted, but they did give assist to Abby Gendron from Masconomet. So Gendron got an assist. And the next goal also scored by Michaela Vincent, the second goal of the game, assisted again by Gendron and also by Izzy Kirby, a Newburyporter.
Yeah, I was very impressed with Michaela Vincent,
and
that line.
The final one was an open net goal for the Clippers, and that was scored by Megan McElhaney from Newburyport. So the Clippers did a lot of the scoring there, and of course Molly Elmore was in goal, so a very, very big contribution from the Newburyport girls in that one.
Yeah, Newburyport well represented. So I'm guessing that, and I'm not 100% sure on this, but maybe for next game, I believe Masco has had a girls hockey team for years, and then when Newburyport girls approached the AD got in touch with Masco and said, can we do a co-op? So I think Masco has been playing girls hockey for more years than Newburyport girls have been involved.
Yeah, I would assume so, because they're the host team, because you look at the other teams, none of them they have a team, you know, Triton, Amesbury, Georgetown, and Newburyport, so we'll see what happens. But it was a nice victory, and we'll be doing their game Thursday night at 7 o'clock. It'll be Methuen and what's it going to be? Methuen's a combination team there. Let me see, championship game. Methuen-Tewksbury will be playing Masco at 7 o'clock Thursday night here at the Graf Rink, and we'll be doing that game.
And for any of you that have not seen a high school girls hockey team, come down and treat yourself and try to come down and see them play live and support them. And you'll be happily surprised, I think, at the quality of the skating, the passing, the defense, etc.
Yeah, it was impressive watching the game. They're fast, they're quick. There's no checking allowed, so it's not as upbeat like that. So it is a slower pace, but it's a quicker one. Not as many whistles, but the girls are sharp. They were some good play. A 5-3 game. So it was a good game, and congratulations to the Masconomet Chieftains. as they will go on to play on Thursday night in the finals, and we'll be here to do that.
Some of the stick work that they're capable of doing is amazing, because they're not going to be checked and have their noggin rocked if they go in on the goalie and the defenseman in front of them, so they don't have to worry about protecting the puck or protecting themselves. So you see a lot of good, fancy stick work by the offensive players trying to get around the defense. Very, very impressive. I'm sure you'd all love it if you came down.
So we're going to be getting back to the second period of action here between Newburyport and Winchester. And at this time, I'd like to thank our sponsors, Institution for Savings, the Newburyport Bank, and Giuseppe's Fine Foods for making all this possible, the coverage they've given us so far this year on the high school sports. So second period underway, Newburyport leads 1-0. Clippers will be shooting the far end this time.
And there's 1 minute and 30 seconds left in the Winchester power play.
Yeah, this is where the Clippers don't want to let up right now and give up a score here to start the period. It's just as bad at the beginning of a period as it is the end of a period, but Winchester is on the power play.
Jacob Grassy Hogg on the face-off.
Ryan McCarthy taking the face-off. Now that went out to Drew. His shot is outside, deflected and blocked aside.
Tyler Coughlin,
Manchester's on.
out there.
Winchester's on the power play. No one there. They tried to make a pass over the side. There was no one there. McCarthy with it. Over to Drew. Drew was knocked away by Jacob Grossi Hogg and cleared away by Spence. Good job there by both of them. 53 seconds to go in the power play. Sachems come right back with it, right down the middle.
Mix.
And offside.
Yeah.
The right wing was in a little ahead of everybody.
Luke Mix, number 5, made a nice rush up the ice, but right before he got to the blue line, he made he veered off to his left, and that put someone offside over on the right.
Richmond on the face-off for the Clippers, but it's Winchester with it. And they pump it down behind the goal. Marshall lost his balance. He's off the on the ground right now. Before he get back up, and we're fortunate no one really get a good shot off.
He's without his stick right now. So sometimes you'll see a defenseman come over and give him the stick so he can have some even balance and feel comfortable.
Its shot is blocked. Winchester has it back. Another shot. Blocked again. A nice save there by Marshall without the stick. The stick is way over to his left. There's no way he can retrieve it.
Yeah, and Spence is without a stick also, number 22.
Kicked away by Marshall. A nice kick save there. Now Spence just threw a stick back to Marshall, and now Spence has one as well, but Marshall doesn't have his regular one.
A little chaos in front of the net right now. Let's hope Newburyport can get through it.
The penalty's over.
Power play, is over.
Oh, it's right out there. Knocked away. Nice job by Toomey to knock that away.
Nice play by, Toomey.
And now St. Lawrence with it. Marshall's going to go up and get his stick now as he hustles over to get it. And he hurries up back with 2 sticks in his hand. Now he gets rid of one, and he cuts down and dives on. Oh! He didn't control it, but then he got it the second time. Wow.
Yeah.
That was an exciting period right there.
That was quite fortunate for Newburyport to still have a shutout up there on the scoreboard. Marshall not comfortable at all, not having a stick. Then he had to get back into the net while Winchester was on an attack. Good play by Newburyport defenseman to clear the puck, keep it away from the net.
All right, Spence trying to dig it out. Now it's behind the net. Archer has it for the Clippers. Ryan Archer sends it up and knocked away by the Sachem, sent back behind the net where it's Spence with it. Spence up ahead. And now goes back behind the net again, and Clippers going after his Spence. He's checked in the play.
Newburyport having a hard time clearing the puck.
Reynolds trying to dig it out. Now it's Leary, intercepted by the Sachems. They come back with it. It goes behind Marshall. Poked back behind the net by the Sachems. Archer trying to dig it out.
Spence looks like he's getting exhausted out there. He's been out there a long time. Number 22.
Ooh, right in front of the net, knocked away by the Clippers. Reynolds coming down the right side. He's just looking to get it over and to try to get a little bit of a breather.
Spence takes a break onto the bench.
And this could be icing against Winchester. That's a break for the Clippers there.
Yeah, that was.
Because they were just looking for a break themselves, and it ended up turning in, so it's icing against Winchester.
Yeah, I was surprised that Grassy Hog didn't ice the puck earlier when he cleared the zones, that they could get a change and get some fresh legs out there.
Well, it was a good move by Reynolds as he got it over. He got over the line, then he could clear it down without an offside, without an icing at the same time to get the change. So now it's Winchester with the puck. They're going to go behind their own net. And Clippers have it. St. Lawrence. Oh, that was Archer. No, it was St. Lawrence, 17. They couldn't tell the 17, but it was 17 Archer with a good play. I mean, St. Lawrence with a good play, number 17.
Yeah, this is going
to be icing.
Yep.
11:13 to go in the second period. Newburyport 1, Winchester nothing.
So Winchester's had the better of the pressure on the Newburyport goalie this period.
I thought Marshall showed a lot of poise playing without the stick. And then when he did get his stick, he got the other one retrieved and dove out after the puck. And he actually made the first save, but then the puck got loose. He was able to cover it up. But a lot of poise there for a while. He made 2 or 3 saves without a stick.
Yes, and the defense did a nice job helping him out there.
There's a kick save, went wide. Toomey down the left side.
So Spence is out there again. He was literally on the bench for about 30 seconds, I think. So he's getting a lot of ice time.
So Richmond will be taking the face-off now for the Clippers. And, it could be a possible break here. A kind of the save made by Marshall on the backhanded shot by, I think it was Drew.
Newburyport's got to be heads up now.
Nice save there by Marshall.
The Winchester player was literally on the blue line waiting for that pass and got the breakaway.
And a good save by Marshall. He just stuck his ground and reached up with the glove to make that save. Jacob Grassy Hog on the faceoff now for the Clippers.
Yep, this is their number
McCarthy.
1 line.
His shot is kind of misfired there by Lepore.
Another stick on.
Net.
That's number 14.
Yeah, Declan Sullivan.
Yeah, now he's got it now.
Winchester with the puck.
Uh-oh.
Sullivan going after it. Lepore. The save is made by Marshall. Rebound, Marshall covers up.
19. Mike Drew. Right on the doorstep there. Marshall was able to hang on to the rebound so that Drew wasn't able to pick it up and slide it past him. Good play by Marshall.
10:15 to go here in the second period. Clippers lead 1-0. Jacob Grassy Hog be taking the face-off for the Clippers.
Patrick Larry's out there, number 7.
Cleared away by Clippers out to center ice.
Ryan Archer.
Archer with it. He's checking the play, taken down. And Reynolds going after it. Reynolds pokes it up to the center ice. Reynolds on the right side with it. Reynolds
got
tried
Patrick
to
Larry.
center it, and it's knocked away. Nice pass there, almost got it in.
Nice play. Nice breakout.
Spence has it, sends it back into center ice.
See if that changes the momentum here.
Sent back into the zone by the Clippers. Winchester with it down their own end. Now it's going to go behind the net. It didn't quite go down. It looked like it was going in that direction. It's over on the right-hand side. A shift there. Marshall with a save. A rebound. Marshall's got it. He covers up. The puck is loose, but Marshall has it. Yeah, I haven't been keeping shots on goal, but they've had quite a few shots on goal this period for Winchester.
Yeah, and Marshall's done a good job. Once again, Winchester had a man at the Newburyport blue line, got control of the puck inside their zone and passed it out 3/4 of the way down the ice for a one-on-one break for Winchester. Newburyport's going to be has to be aware of that guy from now on.
Over the side here, Winchester with it, and They keep it in, try to set it, but knocked away by the Clippers. And Clippers come back with it down the left side.
Number 7 for Winchester out there now is a freshman. That's Joey Falzo. Always nice to recognize the freshman.
Clippers with it. Luke Rossio. Now it's Sachem's come back. It's sent it away, knocked away by Newburyport. Leva sent it up the center ice. And it's going to be a delayed offside right now if Winchester touches it. Now they're all set.
They have to tag up. Yep.
Coming all the way down. This will probably be icing against the Clippers. 8:34 to go in the period. Newburyport 1, Winchester nothing.
So Newburyport's keeping the pace in their favor. However, Winchester has had a couple of nice breakouts. Newburyport's going to be aware of that straggler kind of hanging out, playing a little cherry, I guess that's what they used to call him. Cherry picker.
Cherry picker,
Yeah.
Use that more in basketball than did in hockey, but there is a lot of it here. Ooh, right in front of the net again. Marshall's taken down on the play. Now the right side, Clippers maybe a little bit break there.
Tyler Coughlin, number 15. Yep.
But Winchester gets it. Shift over to the left. The shot saved by Marshall, and Clippers are there to get the rebound.
It was Martin Yeti, number 6 for Winchester.
And knocked away by Spence as it was coming in the net. He pushed it aside behind the net. Richmond sends it up over the line out to center ice. In the no man's land, as we call it, down that end.
Yeah.
Clippers, Sachem's come back with it now. 9 is McCarthy.
Brian McCarthy.
Martin Yeti. Poked away by Grossi Hogg. Jacob Grossi Hogg, a nice play there. Sent it back down.
Newburyport's got to be careful. Winchester had 2 players behind their defensemen, in between the Newburyport defenseman and Marshall, the goalie. Can't let those players free behind you.
Clippers try to keep it in. They do. St. Lawrence. And now it's going to be a breakaway. Oh, good job there by Declan Sullivan to get back. It could have been a breakaway for the Sachems on that. Sent back to center ice by the Clippers. 6:40 to go in the period. St. Lawrence has it for Newburyport. Now it goes behind the Newburyport net. And sent out to center ice. Reynolds goes after it for the Clippers. Shot a save made by DiFicenzo. And DiFicenzo covers up again on the shot.
Yeah, Patrick Leary out front there, causing a little havoc for the defense, Winchester's defense. Coach probably happy to see that.
6:13 to go.
And Marshall pitching a shutout here. Hopefully continue. I've been impressed with the play of Newburyport. They played a good solid game so far.
Halfway through, a little over a minute over halfway, so still a long way to go. Saved by DiFicenzo. Luke Rossi Hogg taking the face-off for Newburyport.
Spence and Ryan Archer are the defensemen.
Luke is a junior.
Luke Rossi Hogg.
Yeah, he's a junior. His brother's a senior.
And here comes Luke Mix for the Sachem. He's a big, lanky player with good skating ability.
And out the right side, Leva coming down. Zach Leva down the right side. Now it goes over to the left. Kept in by now it's knocked out. Kept again by Newburyport. On the left side, tried to center, knocked away by the Sachems. And down the right side with his pass, just missed a pass on the left.
That was freshman Joey Falzo for the Sachems, number 7.
He tried to connect it with Hortendorfer, who's a senior, number 33. So 5:22 to go in the period. Newburyport still leads 1-0. As a power play goal in the first period by Jacob Grossi Hogg. Clippers like to add to that.
Yeah, this would be a big victory if they can pull this out, Richie. They won't have to worry about Friday night.
Oh, score! That was taken from the point.
I think it was a screen. Yeah.
And I don't know if that was deflected or not.
I don't think it was. I think he just was screened and never really picked the puck up, so it was right on top of him.
So 5:18 the second period. Winchester ties it up at 1-1.
All right, so we have a new game here. Newburyport knows they can compete with this team.
5:18 to go in the period. And now we got a whistle for an icing. Now we'll see if we can hear it.
Martinetti got the goal, number 6.
Yeah, I couldn't hear the second goal, the assist. Mike Martinetti got the goal, and I don't know if it sounded, he might have said who, number 11, but I'm not sure.
Yeah, I didn't get the assist either.
Yeah.
We have these headphones on, and difficult to hear the announcer, public announcer here.
So it's 1-1. 5:02 to go in the second. Now the way well, this is a tournament and this is the first round game, if the guy did end in a tie, there is a shootout. And the winner would go on to the championship and the loser would go into consolation. But it ends as a tie in the official records as far as Mass hockey goes. But we do have to have a shootout in this round and the final. It's the only time. The only game we don't have a shootout is the consolation.
So even if they lost in a shootout, they'd get 1 point.
They would get 1 point only, yeah. Win or loss, they only get the 1 point.
Yeah.
It's considered a tie by the state.
Yeah. Ryan Archer made a very nice play right there, preventing the pass from getting into the middle.
Grossi Hogg sends it down. Clippers were now sent down by Winchester. Could have a possible break here. Just passed a little bit too far out of the reach of Lepore, so we couldn't control it, but they get it back. And Marshall has it, and he covers it up with 4:14 to go.
Nice safe play by Marshall. You don't want you don't want to chance anything. So get the puck, get a face off, get some fresh legs out there. It also controls the pace of the game. Newburyport's got their second or third string out there.
All right, taking the face off now is Richmond. Yeah, shot behind the net.
Winchester with a little pressure right now on the goalie.
Cleared away by the Clippers. It was St. Lawrence that cleared it away. Low out front. Puck is loose. And it's still loose. Now Winchester has it. .333 to go in the second period. Saved by Marshall. So I just want to clarify something you just mentioned. You talked about the third string. Yeah, I think you meant the third line. These are all first stringers.
Yes.
I think you're referring to the third line rather than the third string. Yeah,
yes.
Just to clarify that.
Thank you.
3:29 to go in the period. Newburyport 1, Winchester 1. Jacob Grossi Hogg taking the face off for the Clippers.
Patrick Leary out there, number 7. Number 10, Ben Reynolds.
Reynolds. And kept in by Winchester. Now Reynolds on the left set goes to center ice over to left to Leary. Leary skates towards the center. And out goes behind the net. Leary still in control. Now it's knocked away. And a save is made there by DiFacenzo.
Yeah, that's one of the few good chances that Newburyport has had this period. We're going to try to get more shots on net.
3:05 to go. Just let that know so David can hear this too on the camera. We will take a break after this period and give him a chance to get a break because he's been covering the whole thing for 2 periods without a break. So we'll take a break after this period and go pause for a while, then we'll go right into the third period of action.
Sounds great.
So right after the period, don't go away because we'll be coming right back quickly for the third period.
There's a good opportunity right there for Newburyport.
Clippers with it. Spence up ahead to Leary. Now Reynolds sends it back, and the Sachems have it. And this is all the way down. It's going to be icing against Winchester. 2:39 to go.
Mike Drew, number 19, is hanging out around the Newburyport blue line right there.
Score 1-1 here in the second. It goes behind the Newburyport, behind the Winchester net. Loose puck, and Winchester has it. Winchester knocked away, but getting good back there. Center pass, but no one there. A couple times they've made some nice passes, but the wing wasn't on the other side. But that was a nice pass there by Drew that time. Behind the net, Drew has it again.
Yeah, he's got some skills.
Out to Martignetti, knocked away by Leva. Leva down the left side, and he's checked on the play, and Martignetti goes back to get out away from him.
On the right-hand side, here he is. Got to keep an eye on him. That's not Drew, however.
Yeah, there's a shot there. Saved by Marshall. Rebound is loose out front and knocked away by Spence. And goes down by the corner here. Richmond with it. 1:33 to go in the period. And this will be icing against the Clippers. 1:27 to go. Newburyport 1, Winchester 1.
That might be a strategy by the coach for Newburyport to ice it if there's more than maybe 10 or 15 seconds of pressure. So we can get a new line out there. This looks like their first line.
The shot is deflected over towards right in front of us. Now behind the net, and the center pass, no one there, and it goes outside the line. Going back to retrieve it is Houle.
Houle?
Houle, H-O-U-L-E, Houle, yep.
And here he comes.
And knocked away by St. Lawrence. I think it was 17, St. Lawrence, yeah. Reynolds tried to go after it, but it's knocked away. Good back checking there by Van Stye to take the puck away.
Yeah, good skater. Big lanky guy also.
Clippers sent it back out to center ice.
This is a big line for Winchester.
Mix passed it off to the side. Now it's down the side. It's going to be Newburyport with it. And St. Lawrence has it.
'29 is Varela.
Now back is Butler. But St. Lawrence also is back after it. Leary with it for Newburyport. Sullivan now.
Careful, you don't want to give the puck away in the zone with 15 seconds left in the period. Clear it. All right, so that's good.
Rossi Hogg over to Reynolds. Reynolds' shot is a save by DiFincenzo.
2 seconds left.
Yeah, and the shot cleared down by the Clippers, and that's going to do it for the period. So one goal by Winchester in that period. That was scored by number 6, Michael Martignetti. And that tied it up at 1-1. So after 2 periods of play, scores Newburyport 1, Winchester 1. And we'll be right back for that third period. Don't go away. Okay, we're back here now, ready to start the final period with the score Newburyport 1, Winchester 1. Big 15 minutes coming up for the Clippers. They need a win for the 2 points to qualify for the state. And it'd be nice and easy to get it tonight. Easier to get it tonight than have to wait another night to do it.
Yeah, and I think this next goal is going to be very big because both teams are playing well defensively, so I don't think you're going to see a 4-3 game or many goals. So the next one's real big.
So Rossi Hogg taking the face-off against Ryan McCarthy. Marshall pushes it aside, he just covers it up.
This Once again, it controls the pace of the game when you can stop the puck, get a face-off.
Face off to the left of Marshall. His left up. And behind the net goes over the other side. Winchester has it. Now it goes the other side into the tough zone for us.
Yeah, into the black hole.
Yeah, right. That's a good description.
Can't see anything down there.
Over the left side, out front, and Marshall's on his knees. He covers a lot. He does cover a lot of ground. He's got a good widespread with his arms and legs.
I think the player Newburyport's going to be conscious of is Mike Drew, number 19 for Winchester. I think he's the go-to guy. He's the LeBron or Michael Jordan of this team.
All right, coming down behind the net and kept in by Newburyport. It was Toomey who kept it in. Shot DiPicenzo has it. Tried to block it anyway. Now Martin Winchester comes back with it. And
Quick
we'll have a face-off.
whistle down there. Don't know what. Is there a penalty? I don't know. I never saw the puck get tied up.
Yeah, no, I don't know what unless it was an offside.
No, the puck
Oh, wait a minute, here he goes. He's putting something there.
hooking.
Yeah.
And this is going to be on Winchester, looks like. There's 4 skaters out there. No, 5 now.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I don't know.
Now they got about 11.
Yeah. I think it's going to be against Newburyport.
Yeah, there's 4 Newburyport skaters.
Yeah, that's going to be on Declan Sullivan, number 14.
All right. So
Sullivan's off a hooking at 13:47. Well, at 13:47 to go, 1:13 basically. All right, so power play for Winchester.
That's Coughlin, number 15. He's been out on all the shorthanded kills.
He does a good job shorthanded situation for the
He
Clippers.
must, yeah.
A save made.
And Coughlin ices
That
it.
is it. Yep, good job. DiPicenzo leaves it for number 11. That's
Jack Howell.
Yeah, Poole.
Poole.
Yep. All right. Martin Yeti has it.
Newburyport.
Blocked out front.
Keep an eye out front. Newburyport had Toomey and another defenseman both surrounding the player, so that only left 2 other players for the rest of the zone.
You got a big guy right up front there, though. Is that
Poole?
yeah, that's who right there. He's a good tall guy.
Yep. Now
He's got a-
13, Joe Lepore.
And a shot covered up there.
Nice.
And now a pile of bodies.
Yeah, and saw some good physical hockey right there.
46 seconds to go in the power play.
Let's see who that is. That looks like 12. That looks like Ryan Archer. Took a cross check right to the Winchester player's back. If it wasn't a power play already, I think Newburyport would have gotten a penalty right there because it did look like a pretty serious cross check.
So face off now down the end in front of Marshall. Clippers would just like to clear it. 46 seconds to go in the power play here. And Marshall covers it up.
Colin Richmond, 37 out there on the penalty kill.
They're pesky, you know, Coughlin and Richmond together. They do a good job. They're big size, but they got big hearts, and they're quick on the job. They do a good job with the puck.
Yeah, speaking of size, Winchester has some big boys out there right now.
Yeah, they get McCarthy and Drew, 9 and 19. And he comes down this way. This is McCarthy. No, this is Drew, 19. McCarthy's 9. And also 6 is a good-sized guy, Magnetti. So this is their big line. Oh, come on, kid, don't stand there. Kid stood right up in front of me then. I couldn't see. All right, here we go. It's tied up on the boards. And
2-1.
penalty is over.
Penalty's over, yeah. It's good. Winchester controls the puck.
Oh, score! after the power play was over, it looked like it was. Like it ended in a 3. It might have been Lepore.
Yeah, he came in the backside. I wasn't sure who it was. The Winchester player went from the left to the right behind the net, and all the Newburyport defensemen kind of followed him and left that far post open. Nice pass and kind of an easy tap-in goal.
So I think that was Lepore. We'll see.
So Newburyport has their work cut out for him now.
That was at 11:41 to go.
Nice save right there. The shirts, jerseys down the far end, they must be for the seniors.
Yes, it is.
A nice gesture to put their shirts up, get some nice balloons, nice effect.
Yeah, the seniors were on it before the game, and they got flowers to give to their parents. I think it said that Mix of Lepore got assist, but I didn't hear who got the goal. Maybe before the game's over, we can check that out. But right now, it's 2-1 in favor of Winchester. Steve Jean has it now for Newburyport.
Is Steve Jean related to Bobby Jean?
Nephew.
Nephew, okay.
Over the side, kept in by Newburyport. Pass was down. It's going to be behind the net where Larry has it. Larry's checked in the play.
Okay, get it out front.
Jean has it again.
Right now, Jacob Grassy Hogg, number 20, was out front. Right now, there's no one out there.
Reynolds gets tripped on the play, or goes down. I don't know if he got tripped on, but he went down. Kept in by St. Lawrence. Reynolds with it. Larry trying to go after it. Now it's cleared out. And back comes the Sachems. That's Vince Terai.
Nice defensive play right there. I think that was number 12, Ryan Archer.
And cleared away by Newburyport.
Newburyport
and
switching
DiFincenzo tried to cover it up, but it got by him. But Sachems were down here to get it.
Yeah, unfortunately, Newburyport was switching up. Didn't have players down there to put any pressure on them.
And right behind the net. Clippers trail 2-1, just under 10 minutes to go in the game. Save made by Marshall.
And he hangs on to it. Nice job.
Yeah, I don't want to leave the rebound.
Colin Richmond coming out now. Tyler Cogden.
Taking the face-off is Napolitano now for Winchester. It's behind the Newburyport net. Clippers need a score here. Can't afford to get behind by 2.
Richie, do you know what league that Winchester is in? Who they play regularly?
I don't know. It might be in the Middlesex, maybe.
Middlesex?
I'm not sure.
They're not in the Merrimack Valley?
No, I don't think so. I think it might be Middlesex.
Okay.
I'm not sure, though. There's Dual County up in that area, too, so I'll see if I can have that answer for you for next game.
Next game.
All right, Winchester with the puck. Oh, got passed down ahead, but Clippers with it.
Nice
Spence.
play by Spence right there to avoid that play.
Coughlin passed up ahead to Toomey. Toomey comes on the right side. The shot is saved by DiFincenzo, and he holds on. No rebound. Big save there because the Clippers were there for the rebound and knock it in.
Yeah, that was a good scoring opportunity. Notice that Toomey kept the puck low, so that the goalie had to get down and make a nice save. Those are the types of shots that the goalies sometimes just let hit their pads and they bounce back out for rebounds. Newburyport was right there for the rebound too, so good opportunity.
And the Sachems come back. Drew on the right side with the puck. Now it goes behind the net. Now it comes back over to the blind side.
It's Joe Lepore, 13 for Winchester, the big guy causing havoc down there.
All right, Clippers with the puck. Over to the left. Rossi Hogg dropped it back for Leary. And the shot is off the net up top of the ceiling here.
Newburyport's going to try to get the puck down this end, put some more pressure on this period. I think it's been belonging to the Sachems. They've had the advantage territorially.
All right, taking the face of Luke Grossi-Hogg for Newburyport. And a shot from the point and a glove save there. That was maybe a little high over the net, but Archer was pretty much on goal there, and DiFrancesco held on to it. So again, Luke Grossi-Hogg taking the face off.
Zach Lever, 26.
Against Butler. Controlled by the Clippers. Now it's intercepted by Winchester. That was a good play there by Ben Sly. Ben Sly, and a save made by Marshall. Ben Sly hasn't been out that much, but every time he does, it seems like he makes a good play. Number 12.
Right, yes, he does. Yeah. That's kind of the way hockey has changed in the last decade or so. You never really saw tall players playing hockey. They were always trying out for the basketball team.
All right, down the right-hand side. Clippers out, goes over the other side. Clippers with it. The shift over to the left, over to Toomey. Toomey makes a good move. And now pushes off to the right. Coughlin going after it. Richmond with a check. Clippers still have it. Coughlin.
Nice play by Coughlin there.
And it's cleared out by Winchester. Now sent back down behind the net by the Clippers. 7:25 to go in the game.
I think this is going to be a good strategy for Newburyport to just clear the puck into the net, go down, try to put some pressure on them, and get a break.
All right, here comes Martignetti back down with it. Knocked away by the Clippers. Clippers with a chance here, coming down the right side. And, nice kick save off of Reynolds by DiFrancesco as he kicked that one out. Nice save.
Great offensive play by Reynolds. He controlled the puck with his right hand, one arm, and shielded the defenseman with his left arm. Had to have a lot of strength to do that.
Thought that was going to be icing there, but it wasn't. A chance here. And it comes down. Center ice. Martignetti with it. Save made there by Marshall. And behind the net, now the Clippers with it on the left side.
Marshall has played a good game.
Clippers back on it. Reynolds. Reynolds goes behind the net. Still looking to try to see if he can find someone to center it to. Try to get it over to the right side. We couldn't make it. Try to get it to Johnston, but it was intercepted.
Yeah, cleared out by Howell.
Toomey with it. Over to Johnston. Johnston has it poked away. Sachem's come back with it. No icing.
Stephen Jean, number 5, out there playing on defense. A lot of pressure on those guys. Winchester's got a lot of speed and skilled players out there.
Goes behind the net. Now front now, I think the net might have come loose. I heard a whistle and it sounded like it might have been the net.
Yeah, you're right.
Usually when you see something down that end. So 5:43 to go. Winchester 2, Newburyport 1. Held on to by Marshall. Over on the right side. Now comes over the opposite side. Clippers with it. Behind the net, it's Winchester with it. Ooh, they tried to center it and they couldn't get a shot off. And Marshall dives for it behind the area to cover it up. And we'll have another face-off with 5:23 to go.
Yeah, the clock is quickly becoming the enemy of Newburyport.
They're tending to the net now. McCarthy, number 9, taking the face-off. And now it's we have another face-off. And it is going to come down. But Marshall was pretty much on the ball. He pointed outside as if to say it's going to go on the other end, and they did run out the outside of the blue line. Reynolds has it. Grassy Hog. Now it's back down the other end. Clippers with it. A tenner for Reynolds. Clippers get it back.
Yeah, Newburyport might want to use Winchester's strategy, having Reynolds hover around the blue line.
It's behind the net, and now the whistle here with 4:45 to go.
Yeah, looks like the goal came off of its bearings again.
4:45 to go in the game. 2-1 in favor of Winchester.
But we haven't talked about the referees, so that must mean they've done a good job tonight. I think
Yeah.
they really have called a good game.
Yeah, they sure have. Grassy Hog taking the face off for Newburyport. At the point. Now goes behind the net. Grassy Hog with it. Looking to try to set up, knocked away by the Sachems, and they come right back with it. And it looked like an offside as 29 went down. He couldn't clear. Winchester 29. That would be Sam Rosella. 4:33 to go. Sachems with it at the center ice. Over to the right. Now back to the left.
Winchester will be happy to keep the puck down that end of the ice. So Newburyport's going to make a concerted effort to get the puck out of the zone and kind of get it down here for a period of time. Here we go.
Possible break here.
Okay, let's see how long they can keep it down here.
Toomey almost split him, but he got held up. Back to center ice. Now Sachems with it.
It could be a high
job by
stick.
Newburyport. Oh,
No, not called.
that was a good play by Spence. Not yet, he had it. A shot, a save made at the from the point, held on to it by DiPicenzo. 3:26 to go.
And Newburyport might consider taking a timeout in the next minute or so they can get their first line to stay out and get an extra shift.
And right now it'll be Grassy Hog taking the face off. And the Sachems come back. Over to the right side.
33 Hortendorfer for Winchester, big boy.
And we tied up for face-off with 3:03 to go. It doesn't get any warmer in this rink.
Oh my goodness.
I've been here 2 days in a row from 1 to 9, and it's cold. Today's the coldest it's been here. I think it's the coldest I've ever been here.
Yeah, I don't think they put the heat on. Usually it's in the 50s, and so you really need a jacket and whatnot, but in gloves. But tonight it's almost as cold as it is outside.
I know. Sometimes we have to go outside to warm up. 2:56 to go. Again off to the side of Marshall. McCarthy taking the face off. Clippers with the puck. Drop back. Clippers still with it. 2:35 to go. Clippers want to at least get the tie and go right now, and at least get a possibility of a 1 point anyway. Every point's important now.
Brian McCarthy, number 9 for Winchester.
Reynolds with it for Newburyport. Poked away, Clippers get it back.
Better
Intercepted.
dump that into the corner.
Martignetti intercepted at that time. Goes wide. 2 minutes, Martignetti, number 6. Now it's off the side.
Winchester happy just dumping the puck into the corner and then putting pressure on the Newburyport defensemen. Keeping the puck down that end of the ice.
Behind the net, Newburyport has it at this point. Clippers would like nothing but to get a breakaway if they could. Archer with it. Down the middle, poked away, but over to Grossi Hogg. Now over to Spence. Spence, nice shift there, gets by a player. And he's taken down on the play. And Spence sends it in, knocked away by the Sachers of Martignetti. Now it's down the zone. This is where the Clippers won it. But Winchester comes back with it. Drew. And Marshall makes the save. 1 minute to go in the period.
So we'll have to keep an eye on Marshall to see when he comes out. Last week, I think he came out with 2 minutes left.
Yeah.
But Newburyport, really, they need to get the puck down this end of the rink for Marshall to be able to safely come off the ice. Newburyport has yet to call their timeout, and here it is now.
There it is now, yep. So 59.6 seconds to go in the game. Winchester 2, Newburyport 1. Nice fast-paced game today, Jeff.
It has been very brisk, clean played. Not a lot of physicality, but good skating instead.
Good goaltending on both sides. So reminder, the winner of this game will be playing 7 o'clock Friday night, and the loser will play at 1 o'clock Friday afternoon. The winner will go against Andover, right?
Yeah. That is an impressive hockey team.
They
I almost thought I was watching a college team play this afternoon, watching Andover and St. John's of Shrewsbury.
And Andover was playing with a couple of kids who were sick too. They didn't play today because they were sick, so they didn't dress.
Really?
They had a tough game last night. They lost last night.
Andover did.
Andover lost last night, and they lost big.
But
I don't know who it was.
It wasn't in the tournament, was it?
No, not here.
Oh, okay.
But it was a major. They got a major penalty early in the game, and they gave up three shot goals and a penalty.
The major
so
penalty.
They fell behind early, and it ended up being a big score. I forgot who it was they played.
Wow.
Man, plus they had a couple players sick. Okay, 59.6. Behind the Clipper net. Now
if this gets on net, and that can go.
Now it's coming up down here. The Clippers have pulled Marshall.
Yeah. And they would not have been able to do that if that didn't get into the
No, it would
crease.
have been an icing then.
Yeah.
So Leary's out there. Here comes Johnson and Reynolds, Archer, and Spence. And it's cleared away by DeSay. It's going to be an open net. And shot is missed. It hit the post. Rebound out front, and I think it's a score.
That's 19, yeah. That's
Drew.
Mike Drew. He's had a big
you talked
game.
about. Yep.
Yep, he's had a big game.
So that should ice it.
He didn't score and wasn't the difference maker the way I thought he would be, but he did get in front of the net and get that easy goal. And it looks like the faithful are starting to file out here. Hope they all come back and support Newburyport in their next consolation game. They're going to need 2 points to get into the state
be
tournament.
An interesting game because both teams need the 2 points. They'll be playing.
So that will literally be a tournament game. That's like a playoff game.
It is.
Win
the
and you're in,
game.
and lose and you're out.
Yep. St. John's of Shrewsbury and Newburyport, and the final will be Andover and Winchester, which should be a good one. Clippers with a shot there, and it hits off the top of the post with 18 seconds to go. Hit the crossbar.
Breakaway now. It could be a penalty shot. Nope, they didn't call it.
Nope. We've had a couple of penalty shots so far in the tournament. Or one so far. Here comes Reynolds. The backhander just wide. The buzzer sounds, ending the period and the game. And it's a 3-1 victory for Winchester.
Newburyport played a good game.
So we're going to go right into our recap here. Again, we thank our sponsors, the Institution for Savings and Newburyport Bank, and Giuseppe's as our sponsor, as well as the recap. Not much to recap of scoring-wise as the Clippers get out the lead first. 1-0 on a power play goal by Jacob Grossi-Hogg, assisted by Ryan Archer and Mike Toomey. Then the Sachems came back and they scored 3 goals to win the game as Clippers gave it a valiant effort, but tough loss. But it was a good game. And as a result, now, as I said, we said Newburyport is going to be playing Friday at 1 o'clock against St. John's of Shrewsbury, and the championship game will be Andover against Winchester at 7 o'clock. Final wrap-up, Jeff. What do you have to say?
Well, I was impressed with the way Newburyport played today. They didn't make any mental mistakes. They played tough hockey. They just didn't, I don't think, have enough scoring chances to get the puck past the Winchester goalie. But if they play like that continually, I think the breaks will start coming their way. And I look forward to the game Friday afternoon against
St. John's of Shrewsbury.
St. John's of Shrewsbury. That's going to be a tough game. So if you are able to listen and watch the game on cable before Friday, come on out Friday afternoon. Be nice to see you here, and I'm sure Newburyport would like your support.
Okay, so the final score tonight, Winchester 3, Newburyport 1. For Jeff Foley, this is Richie Eaton. Say thanks for being with us, and a big thank you to David Kramer for doing the game tonight for us.
Yeah,
and the final
thanks, Dave.
score, Winchester 3, Newburyport 1.